In the land of Canaan lived a young man named Joseph, the beloved son of Jacob. Jacob loved Joseph more than all his sons and gave him a beautiful coat of many colors. But this special treatment made his brothers jealous, and their hearts turned cold toward him. One night, Joseph had a dream that would change everything. He told his brothers, "I dreamed that one day all of you will bow down to me." Their anger only grew. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were tending the flock. When they saw him coming, they plotted against him, saying, "Here comes the dreamer." But Reuben, the eldest, said, "Do not kill him. Throw him into this pit instead." They stripped Joseph of his colorful coat and threw him into the empty pit. Later, a caravan of traders passed by, heading toward Egypt. Judah said, "Let's sell him to these merchants." And they sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. As Joseph was taken away, he looked back with tears in his eyes, while his brothers watched silently. They dipped his coat in goat's blood and told their father that a wild animal had killed him. Meanwhile, Joseph was sold in Egypt to Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. But the Lord was with Joseph, and everything he did was successful. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph, but he refused, saying, "How could I do such a wicked thing against God?" Falsely accused, Joseph was thrown into prison. Yet God's presence never left him. In prison, Joseph found favor with the warden, who trusted him to oversee the other prisoners. One night, 2 prisoners had troubling dreams and came to Joseph for interpretation. Joseph said, "Interpretations belong to God," and every word he spoke came true. 2 years later, Pharaoh himself had 2 disturbing dreams, and no one could explain them. Joseph was summoned and said, "God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. 7 years of plenty, then 7 years of famine." Impressed, Pharaoh made Joseph second in command over all Egypt. Joseph stored grain during the years of plenty and prepared the nation for the famine. When the famine came, people from all nations traveled to Egypt to buy food. One day, Joseph's brothers came to buy grain. They bowed before him, fulfilling his dream. Joseph recognized them but kept his identity secret to test their hearts. He returned their silver secretly and told them to bring Benjamin, their youngest brother. When they returned with Benjamin, Joseph could no longer hold back his tears. He revealed himself, saying, "I am Joseph, your brother." The brothers stood in shock. Joseph forgave them, saying, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." He invited his whole family to live in Egypt so they could survive the famine. Jacob rejoiced when he saw Joseph again. Their reunion was full of tears and joy. God's promise to Abraham's family continued as they flourished in the land of Goshen. Before his death, Jacob blessed each of his sons, speaking words of destiny over them. Joseph wept and buried his father with great honor in the land of Canaan. After Jacob's death, the brothers feared Joseph would now take revenge. But Joseph reassured them, speaking kindly and comforting their hearts. Joseph lived to see his great-grandchildren, blessed by God to the end of his days. Before his death, Joseph said, "God will surely visit you and bring you out of this land," and his words gave hope to future generations.